Hey guys, and welcome to Brick Talk TV Live on this Sunday afternoon. Changed to the original schedule where we were going to be looking at the Tuk Tuk and the Lego calendar, but in fact, seeing as the Friends apartment set turned up yesterday, I thought I would change the stream schedule up slightly. So for this week and next week, we'll be building both parts of this apartment set. And I think the first apartment is the Joey and Chandler one, so that's probably going to be the focus of today's episode. And then next week we'll be building Monica's apartment, but we'll see how we go. We've got 2,048 parts as part of this set, and I'm super excited to get going with it. When I joined Lego a few months back and found out this set was coming out, I've been eagerly anticipating getting a hold of it and starting to build it. So over the next couple of streams we'll be building it bit by bit, and then in the future I'll probably be converting it into a modular to add to my Friends MOC that we did last year, I think it was, where I incorporated the Big Bang Theory and Central Perk into one modular, and there's a link in the description below actually if you're interested to see what that looks like. And we'll be probably adding a couple of levels or a level to that modular, incorporating these. So I'll dismantle this once I've built it for this live stream. So super excited to get going, so we might as well crack on with today's show. And welcome Brandon, glad you made it on time today. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you got some awesome sleep. Whereabouts are you based? So let's take a look at this then. So I'll go into the build mode so you get a closer look at the box. So here it is, it's quite a big box, a lot larger than the original Central Perk, because of course this is not a Lego Ideas set, so there's far more pieces involved in it. And you've kind of got Chandler and Joey's apartment on this side, which we'll hopefully be building today. You've got the corridor in the middle, and then you've got Monica's flat over here. It does come with 7 minifigures. So you get a cast in different poses or different outfits compared to the Central Perk set that you got, which you can I'll try and get it in camera here without knocking over my drink. So we've got Rachel here, you've got Ross, different outfit again, Joey with his scarf on, Chandler, Monica dressed ready to cook, Phoebe's looking artistic over here, and then a nice addition of Janice in this one, so looking forward to getting that minifigure as well. And if I flip over the back, you can see some of the details here as well. A couple of the scenes that they're hoping to depict. So you've got the classic coffee table and the seating area in Monica's flat. You've got Joey and Chandler's flip back seats so they can watch the game. We've got depiction of the Thanksgiving dinner. A couple of other things over here. I'm probably less of a Friends fan than say Big Bang. I have watched all of the episodes, but it's been some years, so there's a couple of references here which I can't remember, which I'm sure you can remind me of in the chat. So let's crack open this box and see what's inside the box. Vancouver. Never been to Vancouver. I have been only to Canada for a stopover flight. So I was in Ottawa for a day once. So inside the bag, inside the box, see what we've got. Got some unnumbered bags here with the canoe and a couple other pieces here. So we'll keep that to the side because we'll probably need that. Those that have never joined me for a larger build, I typically get all the bags out of the box and in number order and put them back in the box so that I can get them out of the box in order, hence my madness at this stage. It's got bag number 9, 13, 12, 4 and 6. Number 7, number 11, 10, 15 and 5, number 1, number 10, another bag for number 10, 14 and 14 again, so there's 15 bags in total. And of course the instruction manual, which we've got here, so we'll take a closer look at that in a second. And we'll just put these bags back in now in number order. Cool, so that's the bag sorted out. So here's the instruction manual then, fresh in its packet. So you can see we've got some stickers going on in here as well. Let's see how many stickers we've got with this open. So in terms of the sticker sheet then, this is what we've kind of got in the box. So we've got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15 stickers all in all, I think. Although there's 3 of number 11, so probably about 18 odd stickers to go in there. So you've got the classic kind of eye hole on the door, a few pictures, a couple of pictures to go on the wall, I think, a couple of notice boards, and those little signs that would stick on the back of the door on Joey and Chandler's apartment, I think, when I used to write on the, can't remember what that magic writing device was called. So we've got the stickers there, so stick them to the side. And let's take a look inside the manual. So we've just got outlines of the apartment here, and we've got a couple of photos taken from the actual set itself, which they've tried to incorporate inside the Lego set. You've got specifics around the scenes that they're calling out here. So you've got the canoe scene, you've got them vegging out on their gaming chairs, watching the game. You've got the football table and how they've changed that over. And then you've got Monica and Rachel's apartment on this side. Well, they've got various aspects of that. Pulled out the hallway as well, which is nice to see that they've included the hallway in this set as well. So there's a couple of pointers as to what's going on there. And then we've got a focus here on the designer and who designed the actual set from Lego as well. Then the characters, so they've actually called out where the characters, what episode the characters' sort of appearance is called out from. So the Ross Geller is from season 5, episode 11. The one with all the resolutions, so Ross shows off his leather pants, so that's that minifigure for Ross. Monica Geller is the one with all the candy, where Monica makes candy for the neighbours. Rachel Green is series 1 episode 19, one where the monkey gets away, so Rachel loses a monkey. Phoebe Buffet, you got series 6 episode 7, the one where Phoebe runs, so Phoebe is living with Rachel. Chandler Bing, the one with the cat, where Chandler doesn't turn and slide. Joey, you've got the one where no one's ready, Joey puts all of Chandler's clothes on. And then Janice, the one with Ross's library books, Janice invites herself to Chandler and Monica's wedding. So those are what the minifigures are based on. And so bag number 1, looks like we're going to be building the chair, which looks like it's going to be pulled out. So similar to Central Perk, where you pull out the coffee table and chairs. It's going to be a separate thing you can pull out. And then bags 2 to 5 are going to be the actual Joey and Chandler's apartment. And then bag 7 is the corridor. And I imagine we'll probably get to bag 7 today and get up to building the corridor, and then we'll probably leave it there, but we'll see how the time goes. And then in the next episode, if it carries over to second stream, we'll be building the main coffee area, where they've got a coffee table sofa as a pull out, and then you build the rest of the apartment through bags 10 to 15. So that's kind of the journey we'll go on. So let's crack open bag number 1. It looks like we're going to get Joey and Chandler straight away as minifigures. brick separator, check. And now we need to find the minifigure pieces. So Joey's torso and legs, Chandler's torso, got some hair, a bit of hair, scarf, legs, and I think that's what we need. So Chandler's got some interesting decorated legs. This is the one where he's wearing all of Chandler's clothes. So there's layers and layers of clothes on the printed on the torso here, and you've got several ties. But he's got a scarf on. Just put his scarf on, and he's got a cheeky smiling face with his black hair on there. So that's the Joey minifigure right there. Nice and bright and colourful. Put that to the side. And Chandler's kind of dressed as usual in a sort of going to work kind of attire. So he's got some tan trousers, and then he's got a sort of a suit jacket on with a tie and a shirt. He's just got a smirk on his face with brown hair, but he is carrying a ticket, which I need to get out. So he's going to be carrying a ticket which you've seen in theme parks before, I think. So that's kind of what it's looking like. Brandon, it can get fairly hot in the UK. Today it is, I think, about 13 degrees, but centigrade. Next week we're going to be in the 20s, so it's probably going to start getting warmer here at last, thankfully. Right, so next up we're going to actually build the pull-out sort of floor and then the sling back chairs. So put these tiles together, start building out a frame. And then, similar to the Central Perk rug, we're going to build a series of bricks, and then they'll be on their sides, so you get the textured pattern on top to give the texture of a rug or a carpet. So it's got to layer these up. You've got to concentrate and make sure I do the pattern in the right way, because there's these grooved bricks and horizontal and vertical in their patterning. Up 10 and then push up like that, so a bit of a pattern going on there. Then either ends we've got to put some 1x1s by 3s in there. Then we've got a dark orange and a dark tan 1x1, just to go in like that. Then we'll put that to the side. We get another plate, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1x10 plates. Then put 1x2 in the middle like that. Then either side of that plate we put a 1x1 bracket piece in reddish brown and a 1x2 tile after that, and repeat the same on the other side. Then we've got 4 1x1 Technics with a hole in. We'll just go onto these 4 studs in the middle. Like that. Then we get a 1x2 Technic brick, stick that in the middle, and then we put one of these blue Technic pins in the middle of that. Then we've got a couple of 1x1s that need to go either side of the a bracket. Got to do that twice, and that goes either side of that 1x2 that we just stuck in. Got to do that again on this side. So 1 by 1 in light tan, reddish brown bracket, another 1 by 1 plate in tan, and stick that on like that. So we end up with that. I'm guessing this is probably the mechanism for the seats. So we've got a rod, and then we stick 2 of these pieces into there. Like so. And then if we stand that up, put it through those Technic bricks like that. And then on this side, the same pieces go in again, because this is going to be for the other seat. So we end up with something like that. And then either stud either end, we need to put another reddish brown bracket piece and top that with a 1 by 1 tan. Same on the other side. So we've got something like this, and then bring back in our piece we built a minute ago, and then that slots into the exposed studs we've got in the middle now. We can push these in, so it creates one piece like that, and then either side here we just put a 1 by 3 in tan just to secure them up. And then again we've got more brackets, so another couple of reddish brown brackets, and just go onto those 1 by 3s we just stuck in, and then on top of those again we put these 1 by 1 tans like that. Then we'll get another long plate and just connect all these bits together. Dark tan 1 by 1 and a dark orange 1 by 1 flanking either side. So that's the rug so far. Then we're back to some textured bricks again to give the carpet or rug some pattern. And down like that, and then another set of 1 by 1s by 3s just to frame off this side of the rug, and then another row of textured bricks coming down here as well with the odd colour 1 by 1 thrown in. One more textured brick there, so that's kind of how we're looking at the moment. And then that tops off with a 1 by 4 plate, and then a 1 by 10 plate like we had on the bottom. Square that off, and then of course to smooth it out we're going to put a 1 by 6 tile, and a 1 by 2, and then another 1 by 6 tile just to get rid of the studs on the end. And then with these areas here we have to get one of these 2 by 2s with the pins in, and then they slot into those flipping mechanisms that we've put into the middle. So we've got 2 of those. So we've got that now. So these flip in sync, ready for the seats to flip, I guess. And then the last part of this build then is all these black bits are going to turn into a seat. So if I put this carpet space we've built down, what we need is 1 by 2 with 2 clips on to go in the back on each of these mechanisms, and then a 1 by 2 bracket piece in black at the front. Then on top, to hold them two together, you've got these 2x2s, which is modified with 2 studs on the back, and then on the front, on the bracket, we cover it up with a 1x2 black tile. Then we have an inverted, nearly, an inverted 2x2 brick with a sort of a tile appearance on the front, and this is going to be the back of the seat. So we've got a 1x2 handle plate and a 1x2 plate, and then that's covered up with a typical tile. So we end up with a smooth black piece that can be clipped now into these clips that we've already put on the bottom of the seat. So we need to do another one of those. So take an inverted piece, 1x2 with a handle, 1x2 plate and a tile on top, and we'll clip that into the other seat. So you can angle these however you like, so you get this sort of seat appearance going on there. Then we've got to take 4 1x3s, and we're just going to stick on top these 1x1 sort of brick tiles with the curves on. So if you've built like the bookstore, you would have built lots of these on the outside, and also in the police station modular. But these are just going to create the arms for the seat. So that with something that looks like this. So we've got to do another 2 of these. And one more. So those are our arms. So if we get the seat back in, then into the brackets, these reddish brown pieces that we've stuck in, we just stick the arms in here. So the arms end up staying rooted to the floor, but then you can see that the chairs can just sort of flip back like that. Then of course they've got some space in the middle for a table, so we get a gold telescope piece and stick that onto the stud that we stuck in earlier, and one of these round pieces with the stud on top, and then we just stick a green glass bottle on there. So we've got a couple of spare pieces here, but they've ended up drinking probably, is it wine or is it probably beer, bottle of beer in front of the TV, and the chairs can fall back in together like that. So that's the first part, and let's just stick the minifigures in here so you can see what they look like. There you go, there they are, flip back together like that. So that's the first part done. Who's my favourite character in Friends? That's a tricky one. I do like I don't know. Maybe Ross. I think maybe Ross might be my favourite because he's so geeky. So bag 2, then we're going to sort of lay out the floor for Joey and Chandler's apartment. So we should get an idea of the size of the square of the sort of area that these apartments are going to take up. So of course there's lots of plates in these bags. Save one of these small bags for the spares. This is kind of the floor space we're going to end up building, and you can see here there's the gap to put the seats in that we just built as well. So let's get going. So start with one of these black plates, and we'll stick on a 2x4 reddish brown. Then we want a 2x4 in black, goes underneath that, and a 1x2 reddish brown to go on top like this. Then stick that to the side. Get one of these reddish brown plates, flip it over, a 2x4 in the corner, a 2x2 in white next to it forming an L shape. Then we have got a really long black plate and a not so long black plate stuck in like that. And if we bring in the piece that we just made earlier, we connect them like this. Then take one of these large pieces and we take one of these brown plates and bring that piece back in again. Just attach that 2x8 plate there, and then we bring this back in, and then this connects like that. Then up here we've got 2x2 plate which connects like that, and then next we put another 2x8 in there. 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, yep, 2x8, and then another 2x2 after that, so just securing out this area here. Then in here we just put in a 1x2 reddish brown either side like that, and a 1x4 in tan then goes either side of this area here. Got something looking like that. Let's put that down a second and look for a 4x8 reddish brown and a 2x4 in black, and we'll just put 2 studs into that and 2 studs sticking out. Then bringing this area back in again, we just then finish this off by connecting it like that. Put that to the side and get another one of these plates out, and then we want to put a 1x4 in tan on that side, then another one, 2 studs in on the front, another one after that. Then we have a long 1x, was it 10? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 plate. Sticks on like that and overlaps out. Then bring back in the rest of this and just connects that by 1 stud at the moment, so it's a bit flimsy. So we end up with something like that. Then if I just put that down again, we'll get one of these large 6x6 plates, flip it over, and then put a 1x4 on one side like that in the middle. Then if I bring this back in, try not to break it, then that connects in here and then to this main area here. Still only, these pieces are still only connected there by 2 studs though, so it's still a bit flimsy. Put that to the side. Large black piece and another reddish brown 4 white piece here. Just stick that 2 studs in from the end like that. Then working down here we've got 1x2, 2x4, and then 2x8 in brown down the rest of it, like so. And then we'll put a 2x4 on 2 studs that are still sticking out from the end here, and then cross section it with a 2x4 in brown again coming across like that. Yeah, Brandon, this is part of the 18 plus range. In the 18 plus range isn't directly correlated with like the difficulty, it's more the interest. So I imagine that more 18 plus would be interested in friend set than younger audiences. And then this now connects into the area that we've created earlier, so we just connect that to these plates sticking out, and then that plate there just gets a bit more connection from this one and this one. So we've got this sort of frame built up here. Then putting that to the side, Get another long black plate, and this time we're going to connect a 3x3 curved reddish brown plate to the end. Bring this back in, and then that connects to this plate sticking out, I believe. Oh no, wrong way around. To this, for these two studs that are sticking out here, connect this curved piece like that. So it's getting wider, it's getting bigger. Probably gonna have to make some room on the table to keep it on there. Slide some of these pieces out so I can try and move it less and less. Right, so we've extended this bit now down here. Next we need another long black piece like this, and then we've got a couple of long brown plates that just need to extend here, and then we've left two exposed here. We've got an overlap down this end of two, and that just connects like that onto this extended piece. We take a 2x4 in black, larger plate in reddish brown. Build this frame part out. 2x2 in reddish brown going on top there. And a longer one like that. Then we have a longer black plate that just sticks underneath like that. So that's kind of the shape we've got going on here at the moment. And then that will connect, we'll move up to the top here, to this area here, like so. Next up we need two long 1x10 plates, I think they are, and two grey 1x1 rounds, and then we'll just stick these brown plates on the outside of these extended areas. Put that grey stud in there, same on this side, grey 1x1 there, a plate on the edge like that. Now we're going to fill up this sort of area here. To do that we take one of these plates, overlap it by one stud, these 2x4s, and then connect another black plate to it as well, like that. And then again either ends we'll put another 2x4 in reddish brown, so we've got the opportunity to connect it to something. And then in here we're going to stick some multicoloured 2x2 round plates, so I'm guessing these will be covered up with something so you won't see these at the end. And another red one, and then we got a yellow one that goes in between these two on this side like that, and again up here like that, and then we'll just connect these across here like that. It's added now to the floor plan. Then we need to just sort of finish off the frame bit here, so we get a long piece like that again. The 2x2 reddish brown, go 3 studs down, stick that in like that. Take one of these 2x2 modified with just 2 studs on top, and put that on 2 studs so it's overhanging, and then you put a grill piece on behind that, and then another 2x2 reddish brown. Then to cover up these 3 studs at the top, put a 2x4 brown on there, and then a longer 2x8 at the bottom, so end up with something that looks like that, and that connects here to this last area like that. Now we've got a lot of nugget stuff left over, so I'm guessing we're going to start covering this frame with these colours now. So just move this over because we're starting over this side, and we'll stick these nugget coloured plates on, 3 of them. Up like that, and then there's a 2x4 which just finishes up like that. Then we want 5 of these, 3, 4, 5, and a 2x2 plate as well, and then we're going to fill in this space here to give the floor of the apartment and secure the structure that we've, or the frame that we've built up, like that. 2 more of these. That's the last one, and then put 2x2 like that. So we've started to build the floor out there, and then there's another 2x2 just down the bottom there as well. Then we've got 13 more of these plates that we need to then sort of fill up this surrounding area. So start with this one at the bottom, then at the top, which I messed up straight away. Let's go like that. Cool. Then we go all the way down here, going across. We've got to fill this section up here as well. So one more to put in, like that. So this is quite solid. This is quite solid now. So you can see that we've covered all the frame up now with a solid base floor to work on. And then we've got 2 of these jumper tiles. We want 3 black grill pieces, 2 1x1 rounds with studs on top, and 2 not. So these are going to create some like a puddle. So then from this one, 3 in, we'll put a jumper tile there, 3 in this side, another jumper tile goes on there, and then this is where we're going to put these in the right place. 3 grill pieces here, and I think it's like that, and we put that in there as well. So you've got 3 grill pieces and then a couple of these tiles and studs going around here like that. Maybe that's where the football table is going to go, perhaps. And that, I think, is end of bag 2. So we've got Chandler and Joey in their seats, and we've got the base floor now for the apartment, so we can start building up some of the walls and the detail. So let's get bag 3 out. Yeah, Brandon, Lego is not a cheap thing to buy in Europe as well. Has a higher price point than other things. I'm looking forward to the Daily Bugle coming out this week as well. That's going to be a purchase I make this week, so I can add a skyscraper to my town. Right, so we've got a couple of dark tan plates to stick on first off. So we've got 2 1x2s, there's a 1x4 and a couple of 1x8s to start us off. So up here, make sure I get this the right way around, because the instruction manual has it like this. Right, So we'll start up over here. I'm going to just put these dark tan plates around the edge like so, which I guess would be the kitchen. The football table goes here, the kitchen I guess, and the door is going to be over in this side, 1x4 like that. So those are just some dark tan plates. Then we need 3 1x6 bricks in light tan and 2 in 1x3s. Start building up some of the walls. Down the side here, 1x6, 1x3, and then a 1x6. Then we've got quite a few to go on here, so we need 3 1x2 bricks in tan. There's 2, there's 3. We've got 1 dark tan 1x2 with studs on the side. 1 1x4. 1 2x2 L-shaped, 1 1x3, and 1 1x6. Cool. So put the 1x2 in up there first, and the 1x6, and the 1x2. We've got the dark tan with the stud on the side going in over there. 1x2, 1x3, the L-shaped in the corner, and then finish off by 1x4. Same again, so we've got 3 1x6s and 2 1x3s. Just building this wall up seems to be the priority for this bag so far. So we've got 1x3 and a 1x4. Like that. Now we get to build the fridge. So the fridge is built with a 2x3 plate, and then we get 2 1x3s, stick them into the back like that. Then in the front we've got a 1 by, not quite a 2, 1 3/4 I think, and a 1x2 3/4 with studs on the side. And then to level it off we put a 1x3 plate. So it doesn't look like you can open this fridge, it looks like it's just going to be an appearance of a fridge. Then we just want to put another 2x3 plate on top. Then another 1x3 plate on the front. And a 1x3 brick at the back. Then the same stud bricks arrangement again, 1 by 1 by 1 3/4 and a 1x2. Then we want a 1x3 at the back to level it off, so it's quite a solid cube structure. And then on the front we're just going to cover these studs up with some tiles. So we've got 2 2x3s and then we've got 1x3 at the top to make it look like that. And that's it for the fridge appearance, and then that just sticks into the corner like that. Next up we've got the cooker. Just add a Lego cooker piece, all covered. They're putting on this dark grey door. I can do it, which is easier said than done. That's it, we've got a door on there. Then on top of the cooker, to give the hob, we've got this 2x2 round, the stud on top, and then we've got 2 smaller 1x1 black studs on top. And then we put a frying pan, sort of metallic frying pan on that single stud like that, and that goes directly next to the fridge like that. Also got a 2x2 with 2 studs on top in tan, and then if I can find it, we put a 1x2 to cover these studs, and that goes next to the cooker like that. Then we're going to do, so this is going to be where a sink is, and I'll show it to you in a second. But we've got this 1x2 piece like this, and then we get a half round 2x2 if you like. It's 1x2 because it's half round like that. And then on top, stick another tan with studs on, and then to cover the studs we just put a white 1x2. And then what we do is we flip it sideways, so we're kind of going to get a look of a tap. So this now becomes a tap sink, and then we'll stick that into the stud that we stuck on the side. So the kitchen is looking like that at the moment. We can see the sink, got the cooker, and then you've got the fridge so far. Then we've got to start building this counter area out here. So we get a 1x2x2 piece, stick that directly next to the sink, and then we get a couple of window frames, and we fill them in with solid tan window frame pieces here, just to give that look like a worktop. Stick them, put one there and one next to it. Same with another sort of opaque window piece like that, and then goes next to that. So build this out, and then we need another 1x2 solid piece here which goes in the middle, and then we're going to put 3 window pieces down here as well, just to create the other side of the like breakfast bar worktop area. So the window frames and these opaque pieces just move down here like that. Then we're going to cover up this work area here, so we get a couple of 3x3s in white. Stick that on the end there. But then this one we're going to put, I think it was the microwave on, so we get a couple of Erling pieces. It's 1x1s with the studs on the side, and then we've got a 1x2 sort of black trans piece that goes on like that, and then that sticks onto this area here. So we've kind of got this notion of a microwave, I think. So we kind of, this is where we're, what the kitchen looks like so far. Then we get a couple of 1x6s, if I can find it. Stick them together. Get a 2x6. Stick that on top, so we've got a bit of a shelf appearance going on here. Then we've got 2 black trans 1x2 sort of plates stick together, followed by a white one, and then I guess then that sticks over here. So that now goes above the sink there like that. Then we just got to build a bit more of the wall up. So I need a 1x6, one 1x3, need a 1x4, 2x2 L-shaped one, 1x1, grey 1x1 with a stud on the side, and another one of these tan pieces, plus a 2x4 plates and 2 1x4 plates. So take one of the 1x4 plates and stick a 2x4 on top, and then stick another one on top of that, so we're kind of creating yet another shelf. Then we'll stick a 1x6 just to build this wall up, and then this shelf goes across the fridge, also secures the fridge in place so it doesn't move. Then we put the 1x4 the 1x6 and the 2. Build this side of the wall up. then come back with a 1x3, the 1x2 dark tan, 1x1, 1x1 with stud on the side, and the L-shaped tan piece that goes in like that. So I'm starting to build, I guess maybe some pictures are going to go hanging on this side. But now we've got another shelf up here. We're going to build, looks like some condiment kind of pieces. So we get a 1x1 barrel piece, transparent tile on top. And we've got a metallic grey one, another trans piece, and that goes next to it like a tin. Dark red one on top there, and we've got this bright orange cone shape. So we kind of built a shelf up here with different sauces and things, I guess, for them to cook with. Then we've got a 1x2 with studs on the side, plain 1x2, and then an L shape 2x2, 1x6, 1x3, 1x6, and 1x2. So we're building this wall up quite high now. And then there's going to be where we've got a shelf which is left here. We need to put an illusion, I guess, of some cupboards as well. So we're going to get 3 window frames again and fill them in with opaque tan pieces as well, and stick those on this shelf here. So do that 3 times. Creates this idea that there are some cupboards there with more things in. I think this is similar to the Ghostbusters, actually, when you built the kitchen in the Ghostbusters fire station. So you kind of got this appearance here of some cupboards going on. Then there's still a couple of other things to come on top of the fridge. So we get a 1x1 yellow and a green bottle that just sticks on the fridge as well, like that. Added a few more bits there. Then we need to cap all this area off here at the top, so we just got 5 2x2s with 2 studs on top like this, and then they go across from here. 3, 4 and 5 like that. Next up, we're putting some stools on this breakfast bar. So we get a 2x2 with studs on, and then a 2x2 round with a tile, and then underneath it we've got 4 reddish brown telescope pieces to create the stool look. It's kind of look like pub stools actually. So we've got to build 2 of these. So there's the first one. That's the first stool there. Goes in like that. And then we build another one. Like that. And then that goes directly next to that one. So there's our kitchen so far, now with some stools added to it. We've got a fridge, cooker, sink, breakfast bar, microwave. And then we're just going to add some details. So we've got a printed milk carton 1x1 there. We stick one of these slopes on top to give you that carton look, and that goes on the breakfast counter. We have a chicken or a bird, a white bird, that also goes on the breakfast counter. Red mug just goes on top of the sort of microwave. We have a dartboard printed tile, and that's just going to go onto this stud that we've put in here. I'll show you this in a second. And then we have 2 tiles, some spares here which I'll just put into the spare bag. We need to do our first stickers of the day, so with these 2. So On this one we've got a picture of a Lego minifigure boxing a kangaroo. It's like a film poster. So it looks like that, and that's going to go on the wall here, which I'll show you in a second. And then this 2x3 is actually going to have the picture of Manhattan. It's going to go sideways. Like that. That's going to stick in the kitchen, he says, like this. So here's kind of what our kitchen area looks like now, complete with the milk carton and a chicken or bird, and then you've got the Manhattan picture here, and then around this side we've stuck the dartboard and a film poster there as well. And that concludes the first 3 bags. Now to bag 4. Brandon, I think this is quite a fun set so far. I think if you've watched the sitcom, I always find it's quite nice to see how Lego have translated some of the real life things that you watch. So I enjoyed doing the Big Bang Theory and the Central Perk actually, and this one so far has been quite fun. So I think, yeah, it would be good to get. But it depends how much of a fan you are, friends. So into bag, as we go into bag 4, we're going to build up more of this wall here and put the front door in, and then do the football table as well by the look of it. And we're going to build also this area out here where you're going to have a fake door to a bedroom that doesn't exist, and then you've got some windows and some more wall areas around here. So we're going to build right up out this main areas here now in this next bag. Got a few micro scale minifigures in this one to do the football table. So there's a note here in the instructions which says you get to choose between the 3 stickers on the back. So on the back of the, let me just bring the instructions in. So it says you get to choose here on what sticker you stick on the back of the door. As I mentioned earlier, they've got that, I can't remember what the toy was called now, the magic writing thing. You used to write on it and then you just wipe off stuff. And so you got the choice between 3 stickers to stick on there, which could either be I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, or why, or want to with a coffee cup on. So you get to choose which one of those stickers you want to stick on the back of the door. I'm not really too precious about which one I use actually. So the door is a dark tan door frame and a dark tan door itself, solid like that. And then we do stick a 1x4 plate on top in dark tan, top of the door, and then there's a 1x1 round in gold for the door handle on the inside like this, and then this is where we're going to stick the sticker. So what one should I use? I might go for 1-2 with a picture of coffee on it, since we've got Central Perk, and hopefully I'll be using that in our module build. So we start that sticker on like that, and then that just plops into place over here. Next up, we're going to actually build a next section of wall by the look of it as a separate build rather than actually on the base itself. So we start with a 1x8 dark tan, and then we get 4 of these, 2 1x2s with the studs on the sides, 1 3/4 height, 3 and 1 more, and then that tops off with a plate in tan colour, 1x8 plate, which I can't stick in. like that. Then we take a 1x2 brick, stick it on the end, and a 1x2 plate with a clip, single clip this time, facing the opposite direction. So it looks like that. Then we want two 1x2s, and we just build on the existing bricks we just put on, and then stick a 1x6 on these 4 studs, so we've got an overhang in here. Then we put 4 dark tan tiles on these studs. So one more. Like that. Then we get two 1x2s, stick them together and put a 1x2 dark tan plate at the bottom like that, and stick that into the bottom gap like that, so we complete the wall up to there. Then we want a dark tan Erling brick, which I can't see. It's a Erling in grey, goes on the ends like that. 1x1 in tan, and another 1x2 with studs on the side. Can't see, there it is. Cunningly, the instructions flips this round without me noticing. So quickly just correct my mistake. Oops. Put a 1x6 in. Brick onto that. Then another 1x6 to level that off. Then a 1x4 and another 1x6 across here like that. Then we've got one of these tiles here which has got a print on it of horizontal lines, and then we want to stick this tile on next to it, and that's going to have a sticker on it in a second which has got the notice board on it. So there you go, stuck the notice board on that tile, and then that's going to go down this side next to the door to form that side of the wall. So now to hold it up at an angle, we've got the door entrance with a little sticker on there, and then we've got a notice board next to that, like that. On the outside, those tiles are kind of, that's what the outside is looking like at the moment, which would be the corridor, which we'll do. So now we've got that in place, we just need to strengthen up the top here, so we're going to run some plates across by the look of it. So we need 3 of these dark tan ones, 1x8s and a 1x4. So let's put 1x8 there, 1x4, another 1x8 there, and then 1x8 up here. So now we're all on the same level now. Then we want a 2x4. Put a little table now, and we'll get 4 little telescope pieces in reddish brown. Put those into each of the corners of this 2x4 plate. and then that table sits directly underneath the notice board that we've got there. Then on top of this, we're actually going to put a book. So we take a book piece, and there's a 1x2 tile in here somewhere in white, which will stick into the book like that. And then we need to stick a sticker. This one is really tricky, these stickers this size. Can never get them very straight. That's not too bad. So we've got that like that, and on there's like a picture of a V, which probably means something from the sitcom, which I can't remember. And then we just put a book cover on like that, and then that sits on here, and I guess it clips into the hook that we've put on already. So this is kind of what we've ended up with here, and that's clipped in. It's actually hovering just above the table, you can see here, but it's an illusion that from here it kind of looks like it's sat on the table. So next up, we're going to make the football table. So let me just slide that over a little bit to make some room. So we get two 2x3 plates, stick them together. Get a 1x4 dark tan and connect them using a 1x4 plate. And then either side here, we just put 1x2 brackets in white. Built something that looks like that, and then in the middle here we just put 2x3s in green, give an illusion of a football pitch or soccer pitch depending on where you live. And then we get a 1x6 tile in black, stick that across one side. Then on top put a 1x6 plate with some studs on the side. Then we want to build the ends. We've got to do this twice. We get two 1x1 plates. Do that again. Then on top of those plates we stick a 1x1 with studs on opposite sides like that. Get that again. And then we get 1x2s, put them sideways, stick them on either side like this. Do the same again. Like that. Then if we get our structure, we stick the two studs into the overhang there. So we've got the two ends like that. And if we flip it around this side, we'll repeat what we did on the other side, which was put a 1x6 tile in on the bottom and a 1x6 plate in black on top. So we've built out this look now. Then on the sides we're going to use some of these 1x1 rounds with a little spoke sticking up to give you the idea of the handles, I think, for the football table. And of course, because it's football, you have players like that. So in terms of positioning, that's where you stick it on either side. Then in the middle here, now we just need to stick these little micro scale figures. So it looks like we've got the black team against the gold team. Try to make sure I position these the right direction. It's got a line of 3 gold minifigures, which are the defenders. There's a striker for the opposition. Then of course you've got the midfield for the black team. And a striker for the gold team. So those are the little minifigures or micro scale figures put inside the football table. and then these go to bring this back in. These then position diagonally off centre like that. So we've got this football looking area now, which is nice. Now we're going to move our attention from there over to this side and build a fake bedroom door. So get a door frame, and we'll get another dark tan door. Stick that into the frame like this, and then on top we have 1x2 transparent to go above, so you get a bit of glass above the doorway. And then on top of that we stick another 1x4 plate in dark tan, so it looks like that. And then we put a gold clip, and we're going to hang a tennis racket from that door like that. So that's what that looks like. And if we look in this model here, then we're just going to stick that over this side. So over in the sporting corner there, you've got that now, you've got a door added to it. Just stick that to the side again, because we're going to build up a separate sort of structure. Start with a 2x2 dark tan, stick a 1x1 brick on, and a 1x4. We've got another L-shaped plate like this, and we'll stick a 1x1 on like that. Then we've got two L-shaped bricks, 2x2 corner bricks. Stick a 1x1 up the top, 1x4 down the middle, 1x1 like that. Then we've got another L, 1x2, and then a 1x1 with a clip that will stick out. So I've kind of got this build at the moment. Then down the middle, got another 1x4 and two 1x1s. Then another couple of L-shaped pieces, topped with some plates, and then we've got a hockey stick piece. That just clips in like that. And then if I bring the set back in, then this just connects next to the front door, or sorry, the bedroom door, like that, just to bring it out a bit more. So if I show you the sort of sporting corner now, you've got that door there and a hockey stick hanging down, as well as a dartboard and a movie poster. Next we're going to come along a bit further down this side and build out the windows to the apartment. So take another couple of door frames, this time we'll stick in some transparent pieces for windows. Do that twice. They get topped by 1x2s with studs on the side, like that. Do that again. And then we need to stick a couple of stickers on, so these blinds stickers that we need to stick on at the top. Like that. Same again on the other window. Like that. And then bringing the model back in again, we'll put one like that, and leave a gap of two studs, and then we've stuck two like that. So got the windows in like that. Then we just need to build up the two stud gap there. So we start with a 1x2 tan plate, put a 1x2 brick on, another couple 1x2 bricks on. Then we put a 1x2 with a clip on. A couple more 1x2s on top of that, and then finish off with a 1x2 plate on top, and then that just slots in between these windows like that. Then we're just going to build out some plates around here. So we've got a 1x2 L-shaped corner piece, dark tan, and a 1x2, another corner piece, and in the middle there we put a 1x1 black tile in like that. Just put that to the side again because we're going to build another sort of separate wall. So we start with a 1x2 like that, an L shape in there, 1x2 on top, another 1x2 on this stud, and another L shape underneath there with a 1x2 on top. Then put a 1x4 down the middle, put another couple of 1x2s there, another L-shaped 1x2 with stud on the side, and then another L-shaped brick. Start to build this up, and another 1x4, and two 1x2s, L brick, 1x2, another corner L brick, and then we top that off with some plates. So 1x2 dark tan, 2x2 L's shapes like that, and then we get on these 1x1 by 1/3, put a plate on top, both in tan colour. Then get a 1x4 in black plate on top of that, and then we've got one of these Technic groove teeth pieces like that, and then we'll stick that into the bottom like that, so we get this groove here. Then we've got a tile, a 2x3 tile, and that's where we stick another sticker on, and it's Let's Mysteries de Billand La Brick. So there's a little Lego nod there. I've not watched the designer video to understand the nod to what that means. But there's that poster there, and that sticks onto those two studs like that. So that's another corner of the room, and that will be where we just place those plates. So stick that in like so. So it's kind of what we've got going on next to the windows. And that concludes bag 5. Sorry, 4. Next is bag 5. Well, I think we're getting a little closer towards the end of this apartment now. So we'll be building, in the next bag, we're going to build all of this wall out here by the look of it. And there's a sofa, I think. Something yellow that sits over here. With pizza boxes and a little coffee table. So that's what bag 5 is. Right, so to start us off, we're going to do another sort of fake bedroom door, a dark tan frame, stick a door on top here, and like the other door, we'll top it off with a couple of 1x2 transparent plates. And then put a 1x4 dark tan on top, so we end up something like that. And we have a golden doorknob on it like that, and then that just goes right next to where our wall left off. So you notice over here we've got a bit of a lip here, so we're going to got one stud gap there, maybe for something to go in. This is kind of what our corner is looking like at the moment. So then again, they're building walls separately again, not onto the main set. So 1x8 dark tan, 1x6 slap bang in the middle. Then we get 2 L-shaped bricks and 2 1x2s, and just stick the plates onto the bottom there. These bricks, so build something like that, so it's the same height. Then 2 1x4s across the back, a couple of 1x2s in dark tan. Then we've got 2 L-shaped bricks, and then in the middle 1x6 brick. Just building the height up here with a little sort of indent there, which is quite nice. Then we want 2 1x4s which go right across the back. Then we've got a 1x2, a plain one on one side, and a 1x2 with a clip on the other. So we've got the clip on this side. 1x6 in the middle, and then 2 L shapes coming out from there. Then we've got 1x2, 2 1x4s going back again, similar pattern. Finish off with a 1x2, and then we'll top this off with some plates. So dark tan L-shaped plates, and 1x4, and a 1x2 like that. So that's that section of the wall. Bring this in. That then lines up with the door here. Stick that in. So we've got that appearance now. Solid wall going across there with an indent. And then we've got another door, another room. Same again. Dark tan frame, dark tan door. A couple of 1x2 transparents on top of the frame. 2 rows of those. And then a 1x4 dark tan on top of that. Of course, we have another golden door handle on, like so. And then in terms of the model, where we've just done the indent, that then has another door there. So on this side of the apartment, we've got these 2 doors here and an indent like that. Then just putting that to the side, we've got another separate wall build. So dark tan L shape, a couple of L-shaped bricks. So we need to go up 4 bricks high here. So it's 3, 4. Then we've got 2 1x1s with studs on the side. Go in there, and then a normal 1x1 just on the other brick there. Then we've got another L-shaped brick, and we have another plate on top like that. Then on these 2 studs we've got here, we want a 2x2 black tile, which does need another sticker on it. So let's just stick that on like that to start with. And this needs a picture of a Lego minifig, yellow one. Which looks like that. And then we add that to bring this back over. Hard to fit this in, it's getting quite big now. It just fits into the end of this like that. So if I tip this up sideways, you can see this wall now in its current form. So you've got a couple of doorways, a couple of blank walls with a picture on. Glad you're enjoying it, Brendan. Brandon even, sorry, I'll get your name right in a minute. Glad you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying the build. Then we've got to cover up the top of these walls with some white plates. So we've got an L-shaped one, 1x2, 1x8, 1x2s, ooh, 1x4, a few 1x2s, just to fill in some gaps. It's not particularly strong yet because these things still wobble, but this is just adding some height, I guess, to level these things up because we've got different heights going on at the moment. Stick a 1x1 in here. Straight across there. L-shaped 1x4. Still keep a dark tan above the door there. Another white piece down here, and then a 1x2. Finishes off like that. So now we've covered all of these with plates, so we're all the same level with the walls now, so they're all the same height. Then in our indent that we have over here, we need to stick some large jumper plates in. So these are the 1x3 with 2 jumper studs on. You stick 4 of these in into that indent like that, and then we have 1x1 with clips by the doors. Going like that, and that's that part. And then over by the windows over here, I'm going to start making some lights by the look of it. So one of these large grey rods, stick that into a cone. So we've got this appearance here, and then we take couple of 1x1 with clips in and stick in a transparent clear 1x1 round, and we need 2 of these. It's like I was with an IKEA light. So you've got a light that looks like that, and that sticks in front of the first window. Then we do a similar thing again, but this time we get an orange cone, transparent, with a 1x1 stud on. Stick in this piece like so, and stick a grey cone on top. End up with a light that looks like that, and that goes in front of the other window. So we've kind of got this kind of look now. Then we're going to do some curtains by the look of it for the windows. So I'll just put these to the side a minute. And we've got to build 2 of these, so I'll build them at the same time. So we've got 1x4 medium nugget plate. Then in the middle we put a 1x1 with a clip in dark reddish brown. Get 2 of those. Same on this side. Then we get 1x6 plates in medium nugget, and we cover it with 1x4 medium nugget tile, but we offset by one stud, so we have a one stud gap there, and then we put a 1x1 plates on each end of that. Same on this one. Then we stick these on the one stud remaining to create this sort of shape, and then across that's my bad. Brick separator required. I only put one plate 1x1 in one end, I need it in both ends. Better. And then we take a 1x4 rod to clip them in like so. So we got this, looks like a curtain going on there. So let's just do the same again with the other curtain. By 4 rod across like that, and then we'll just stick these over the windows. We've already got 4 studs above each of the windows from building the wall up, and then we'll just clip the top area in like that. So then we have something that looks like that now. Then we need this is like a rocking horse or a walking dog. It's probably something for an episode that I've not seen. So we take a 1x3 grey, and then we take 2 roller skate pieces, stick them to the bottom. They're in sort of a metallic silver. Go either end of these. It's 1x3, and then on top we'll stick this large white dog. Like so. So there's a dog on wheels, and then that goes into the corner over here like that. So there's the dog on wheels over there. Next up we're going to build a yellow sofa, so dark orange 2x6, and then we'll get a couple of 2x3s in yellow plates like that. Couple of 1x1 plates in yellow, and then across the back we've got 1x6 brick. Then we've got a couple of bracket pieces that just go in onto those studs, and underneath those we'll put a little 1x1 round brick, so that it's level with the back plate like that. Then in here we want to put a couple of, or 3 of these 2x2s with just 2 studs on for the base. That will help minifigures sit onto the base. And then to build the back up of the sofa, we get 1x1 bricks with some studs on the side, with the studs facing outwards at either end, and then in the middle we get 2 1x4s plates stuck together, and then the tile on top, and then that sticks into the middle to give us the back. And then we'll take the yellow curved piece like this and put a 1x1 to level up the edge, and that sticks into one side like that, and then do the same on the other side. So the seat starts to look like this, and then we've got 2x2 tiles just to cover up these brackets like that, so the edge is all smooth, and that's our sofa there. If I bring the apartment in, then that goes next to the dog like that. So that's what our corner's looking like now. Yes, nice little build, that couch. I like the couches in the Central Park as well. They were quite nicely done. It's a nice technique. And now we're going to do a coffee table just to go in front of that. So we take another dark orange 2x6 upside down, and we take these grey tack pieces and put them in upside down as well. Ooh, can't quite get this one in. Try and get 4 of them in. I've got 4 of those like that, forming the legs, and then on top we've got these glass appearance of bluish transparent 1x4 plates. Then we put 1x1 plates on top of that, and then end it off with just some tiles. So we've got this glass appearance of a coffee table on top, and then of course Joe's apartment would not be complete without a pizza box. And then we have a newspaper here. It's just got, just isn't it, the Lego News, the greatest hero ever. There's a picture of a fireman getting a cat out of a tree by the look of it. So then that should just sit in front of the sofa like that. So this is kind of what our corner's looking like now. And that is the end of bag 5, I think. Yep, so that's the end of bag 5. So I've got quite a few spares left over this bag. Actually, one thing I haven't used, which is something I missed, is where I put the clips in the wall. We need to build some lights. As part of the dog build. So we take, do you notice that? Take some blue transparent pieces with some of these, and we just clip these into the hooks that we've been building into the walls. There's 2 of these. So just so you can see, just about, there's a light there and a light there that I missed earlier when I was building it. So we've got some spares. Let's just put these spares away, and then we're going to open up bag 6, which looks like we might get Janice in it. So we're going to get another minifigure before we finish this apartment. Then I think with bag 6, and then we'll just build the corridor. So let's get bag 6 out. Also going to need the canoe in this section as well. Let's start off with Janice. So Janice has got some huge hair here, so there's a big massive hair piece. She's got some gold legs, so she's probably wearing some gold leggings, and she appears to have a nice leopard printed blouse on top here. Let's do her laughing, because everybody loves Janice's laugh. And we'll stick her hair on. God, this is some massive piece of hair, and she has a nice little bright pink handbag that she's carrying. So that's the Janice minifigure there. Very impressed with her hair, that's for sure, and a nice bag. So I'll just stick that to the side a second. And then coming back to over on this side where we had the indent and we put those clips earlier, I think the first thing we need to do is get a couple of handle pieces and a couple of black tiles, one by one, and I think we just create like speakers probably for the sound system for the TV, and they go into those clips we positioned earlier. Either side. So just to recap on the indent there, we've got these speakers now either side of where the TV can go. And then we're going to be building up basically the top of the wall now. So there's some white bricks going to go on the top. We've already got the plates. So over here, start with the 1x6. This should all strengthen up the various doors and things going on. 1x6, 2, 2 1x6s going across here. By 4 there, 1x6, another 1x6, L-shaped, 1x4, another 1x4, and then 1x4 there, and then we'll put 1x6s all the way two 1x4s here, and then 2 1x6 bricks coming down this side as well, so it's much more strengthened now. And then we need to top all of these bricks off, as you do like with modulars, with some tiles. So we've got some tan coloured 1x8 tiles. Stick a corner one in, another 1x8 going across here, 1x1, 1x8. We've got 4, 1x4, couple of L shapes, 1x4 again, 1x8, then a 1x4, and a 1x8, another 1x8, and another 1x8 finishes off down this area. So that's much more, the walls are much more stronger now, so they're not wobbling about as much as they were earlier. Then, like with the Central Perk, we need to build the studio lights, I guess. So a 1x2 with one of these ball joints. Then we put a 2x2 tile on top of that. Then we take one of these girder pieces and then just stick that. Oops, a 2x3 tile. Jeez. Stick that on top like this, and then that I'll bring this back in. Need 2 of those, and this first one will go on these 2 sticking out here. So we've added that on this side, and then we do the same, that will go onto this side as well. So we want a 1x2, a ball joint plate, then we'll put a 2x3 black tile, stick that on top of the girder, and then stick that on this side. So we've got either side of this now, we've got these sort of lighting rigs. Then we want to build the lights themselves, so build 2 of these. So we get a 2x2 with the other ball joint part in, and there'll be another one somewhere. All there. Yeah. Flip them over so they're stud face down. Then we take 2 of these 1x2 with these rod pieces sticking out. Do them like that. Then there's an inverted 2x2 transparent piece to give the idea of the sort of light bulb. Stick them in like that, flip them over, and then stick this sort of cone on the back, and then on these handle pieces we'll stick these flag pieces on to give the idea of the barn doors, I think they call them, on the lights. Either side like that, so you've got this look on the back, and then on the front kind of looks like a light, and then they stick into these ball joints that we've already put, and you can angle the barn doors if you like. Same on this side, so stick the light on to the ball joint, angle it, barn doors. So we've got the lights done. Now we're going to build the sort of entertainment area, I suppose, but they have the TV and stuff. So we start with a 2x3 plate, stick a 1x2 on top, then we'll have a 1x3 jumper going down the side, 2x2 plate on the end of that, and a 1x2 plate going across. Then we've got a small window piece that needs to go in the middle piece here, and then we get a pair of these pieces and a pair of 1x1s with studs on the side, and stick them together. Then I think they face out the back. Look at it, I think. Not particularly clear with the instructions, but I think that's roughly how they go. So you've got these on the back, and that's like that. Then we get a black bracket and 2 of these 1x2 round pieces on top of each other, a jumper in the middle of that, and then a grill piece on front, which I guess makes it look like there's a speaker there, and then the jumper just gets covered in a 1x2 black tile. That then sticks in the front here with the grill facing through the window piece, so it looks like that side, and like that on the other side. Then we get 2 1x2s and stick a 1x1 plate on top. We do that twice. And then these just connect into these either side of this, like so. And then across to connect, we get one of these 1x5, I guess, pieces going across the back to connect the two up. Then on top here we stick another window piece on top of the existing window piece, like that, and then we get another jumper plate behind that. Then we want 4 of these 1x1x1 with studs on the side, and we want 2 either side of the window. Ooh. Do that, breaking it all. Like so. So you've got this one side and that on the other side. Then we take a black bracket piece, put 2 1x2 plates in the back, put a 2x2 in black on the front, and then we'll put a double wedge piece at the back so it kind of looks like a TV, because on the front here we're going to stick a sticker now which looks, maybe it's like Joey. Put a little sticker on the front there, and then that sticks onto the jumper tile like so. Then we stick another couple of 1x1x3 bricks on the back like this. Then we've got a couple of L-shaped tan plates to connect the front and the back together, and then we want a 1x1 plate in the middle, so we're all at the same, it's all at the same level now. And then to cover it up, we'll put a 2x3 tile and 2 1x2s other side, so the top's now smooth. Then we'll take 2 of these 1x8 plates in tan, and then we want to cover them with these sloped pieces. So we've got 4 of these other sides, so we need 2 lots of these. Like that. And then if we flip this round to the front now, we've got this sort of entertainment system. We just put these pieces we just built onto those exposed studs. It kind of encloses that like so. And then it says here, as you go to stick this, so this is going to go into this indent we've got here. It says the sticker of the TV screen shows Joey as Dr. Drake Ramore, his first major and most famous role on a TV soap opera TV series, and then that just sticks in there. So that's what's happening on the screen. So if I just show you that, that's the entertainment system kind of thing that we just built: DVD player, sound system, and a TV. And of course, it's ready for them to sit in this space and watch the TV together. But before we do that, we need to open up this extra bag, because we need to get the canoe out. So here's the canoe piece, and then in the canoe we need to stick a chicken, which I can't grip because it's slippery, chicken piece, and then we've got 2 oars, although you get 3 in there's 3 in this pack, a spare set. So we've got 2 oars in there, and then there's a little note that says the wooden canoe the guys get stuck with after their apartment is robbed of all their furniture. It's just a reminder as to what the reference to canoe is. And if we bring back this, then we've got 2 jumper tiles here, which is where the canoe actually then gets positioned, like so. So we've got the canoe there now, and then we get in what we built originally at the start of this stream. So we get the seats where the guys are sitting, and that slots into this space here. So you can take this out if you want to. then of course we've got Janice, who's coming into the apartment. So that's Joey and Chandler's apartment completed now after the end of bag 6. So just to show you a bit closer what that looks like. So you've got the guys there sitting, relaxing, watching the TV and watching Joey over there. A couple of fake sort of bedrooms going on. You've got the corner over here with the sofa. I think these are probably speakers as well. A coffee table, some lights. You've got the sporting corner here where they've got the dartboard, a picture of movie posters. Then you've got the actual kitchen itself with a couple of appliances in, the football table. You've got details on the door and a book over here, and you've got the canoe in the middle. And I've put Janice sat in the middle. Also got the studio lights as well as added details either side. So that's Joey's apartment. Joey and Chandler's apartment completed. What we'll do now though is, before we finish today, is we'll build the corridor as well, which is bag 7, which then will connect Monica and Rachel's apartment in next week's stream. So we'll just finish off bag 7 first before we finish today's stream, and then you can join me next week and we'll finish off the overall set. So bag 7. So to start the corridor off, we take a black 1x8 piece, and then on it, because there is an angle to the corridor, we take one of these sort of A-frame pieces, stick that on like that, and then get another 1x4 to level it off. Then we get another 1x8 on top of there, just to secure it up. And then we get two 1x4 dark tan pieces and stick them on like that. Then on top of those dark tan pieces, we're going to have a window again. So we get a door frame and a transparent piece like this, and we get one of our blind stickers again that we use in the last apartment. Stick that on top like that. That sits on that. I've actually got a scratch on my window piece. This is a bit of a shame, but never mind. And then we just build up the other side of this now. So we get two dark tan 1x2 bricks together, and then we get two light tan 1x2x2 pieces like that. That goes on one side of the window, and then same again for the other side of the window. So we've got that now. Then we take this large piece here, this large plate, and we just connect that to the other part of the angle there. Then we get a 1x4 2x2 corner L shape plate and a 2x2 reddish brown, and then that just connects here around the sort of A-framey piece we had there. Then we get a 2x4 red piece. We leave a one stud gap there. Take one of these long brown pieces, just stick 1x4 at the bottom. And just stick that onto there like this. Then we get two 1x4 reddish brown plates and just stick them on the next part. And we need a 2x2 reddish brown plate. Stick that in the middle over here. Then we take two L-shaped black pieces and plates and stick them into the overhanging studs of the 1x4s we just stuck on, so it sticks out like this. Then we take this large plate, it's 2x10 I think, and put 1x2 plates either end like so. Flip that over and stick that on here, so we can get a sort of reddish brown floor building out here. And then we get one of these 1x10s and just stick again 1x2 in blacks, stick that on the end. So we start to build that out there. Then we're going to put 2x6 yellow plate in there, which is going to get hidden in a second with the flooring. And so we just put these medium nugget L-shaped pieces there, and a 2x4 there. Then we've got a dark tan 1x6 which goes into the middle there, and then a bright blue piece which goes on there. So now we're just adding different levels of the flooring in this part of the space. Do need to do is I just need to take that up there, put that in the wrong place. Then we'll just stick one of these large pieces or plates down here to do this lower floor area, and then for the step stick a couple of these 2x4 medium nuggets like that, so we've got a bit of a step going on down here which you would be familiar with. Then over here we'll stick one of these wedge pieces in, so we've got the angle of the flooring, and then there's a sort of a 1x1 round reddish brown tile that just goes on there like that. So it's kind of what we've got going on here. Then we take a 1x4 plate and we get two of these reddish brown tiles with the grooves on the side, going across, top it with a tile, and then put a 1x1 round piece on that. So it's kind of like a cabinet, or was it a radiator? I'm not sure, can't remember off the top of my head. So that just goes in front of the window there like that. Now you want to build some of the wall up, so this is a slightly separate build. So you get a 1x4 and a 1x6 dark tan, get an L-shaped piece, so you build something like this. Then you get the 1x1, just cover up that spare stud, another L-shaped piece, 1x4 piece, 1x6 in light tan then, and a 1x1 in light tan. Then you've got an L shape and a 1x4 on top of that one. Then you've got a 1x6 and a 1. Another L shape and a 1x4. So build up quite a tall wall here. And that's that. And then that just sticks into this part of the corridor here, like so. Something that looks like this. Then now that's connected, we put a 1x6 across the window to make that firm up, and we've got these hinge pieces here just to secure the corner of the two walls so they don't move. 1x4 and a 1x1 finishes off the height of that. Then we've got to build the wall here that goes like an L shape, so there's 3 dark tan L-shaped bricks that go together, like that, and then 5 light tan ones that just go together. 4 and 5, and then they just go on here. So corridor looking like this, and then we just need to put some tiles in now. So we get a 1x8 go across here, 1x4, and we got 1x8 that goes across the 2 walls. Then finish off with a couple of 1x2s. Now we need to put a little bit of a structure on the floor here, which I think might have been referenced to an ice cream episode, I can't quite remember. So there's a 1x1 clip, then a 1x1 quarter tile, make it look like there's a puddle, goes around either side of the clip, and we've got one more. And then there's a spoon that sits into that clip that we put. So you kind of got this little puddle here with a spoon going on. And that is the end of the corridor. So we just put the spares away. And then what we'll do is, if we bring this area in here, then we just align the corridor up with the front door, and there you see there's a little, I don't know if you can see it, there's a tile that sticks out here, and that lines up with an indent that's in the floor over here, and they don't clip together, they just slide together. So if you were displaying this, you could just slide this corridor in here, and then of course you'd have Monica and Rachel's apartment on this side, and you'd just be able to slide them together and reposition them out based on how you wanted them. So that's it. So that's kind of what we've got today. So we won't go on any further today, so we'll pick up next week's stream, same time, 2:30 British summer time in the UK in the afternoon. We'll start from bag 8, and then we'll work our way through doing Rachel and Monica's apartment. By the look of it, when we come back, we've got a Rachel minifigure to build, and then we'll be building out another separate carpet piece, similar to Joey and Chandler's, where it'll be the sort of sofa area, I think, for their apartment. And so far, this is kind of what Joey's apartment looks like. And you can see all the different level of detail, and again that these seats all sync up together, so you can move them back and forth, which is quite cool. And then it's nice just to see a couple of nods to the different storylines that you've got going on in the show. So we just go back to the main view. So yeah, I'll try and pick this up without breaking it, so you guys can see a bit better. So there's the kind of, go that way. So that's kind of the finished product for today's stream. So we've got Joey and Chandler's apartment complete with the corridor ready to add on to Monica and Rachel's next week. So hopefully you enjoyed this stream. If you did, do smash that like button, because it helps us reach more people. It helps me then create more content for you guys. Also hit subscribe if you want to be notified for next week's continuation of this stream. We can build Monica and Rachel's apartment, and also just to keep abreast of what's going on the channel. Also dropped on Friday the review around a Millennium Falcon stand, so if you've got the Millennium Falcon UCS set and you're interested in how to display it, I did take a look at one of the stands, so you feel free to check that out. I'm also in the process of reorganising my Lego brick collection, so I'll be doing a few videos in the future around how I'm sorting that out, so you might get some tips about how you can furniture you can get and ways of storing your Lego bricks. And yeah, the tuk-tuk and the Lego calendar one I've rescheduled for later in June, I think it is. So if you were looking for that today, apologies, we didn't do that, we did this one instead. And I also have pushed the Jurassic Park Jeep build mock out as well, to allow us for next week to continue with the Friends apartments. I'll also probably I'm going to be buying the Daily Bugle this week, all being well. Hopefully there's I'll get enough stock to grab one, and if we do, then we'll be doing a live stream build of that as well the following week after next weekend as well. So I have put next week's stream to Monday, not to Sunday, so be warned. that the Monica and Rachel's apartment will be on Monday next week, not Sunday at 2:30 British Summer Time. That's because we have a bank holiday here in the UK. And so enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Again, hit that like button and hit subscribe. It's always good to continue to see your faces. And stay safe and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Until next week, I'll see you then.